see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and no, you girl?
The James Harden memes.
Like what? Like I don't play certain type games.
Yeah.
So even when I see certain it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just say it.
See the comedy.
Push up on me with it. You know what I'm saying? See how that go.
We ain't going for it. We stand in our era. We going with the G. We work on cars. You know what I'm saying? We change all. We do all the real man shit. You feel me? We ain't influenced by nothing else.
Fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
What up, Mike? Get up off me, dog.
Mike Rubin thing.
I was just gonna say.
Like,
I was just about to say.
Bruh, I don't play with period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm no funny weird. You feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up. And Mike happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there. We start down there. Bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I'll slam your neck. I'll break your neck in his. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Right.
Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in the party.
Why you made sure in a world of tattoos, you don't have any?
That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug. I don't want to be no thug. You feel? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Damn. Everybody like this now, then.
When that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera at his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I just never, like, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet. Yeah. I'm just like,
right.
You feel?
Forget whispers and speculation. Things just exploded. Lil Baby's carefully polished image is under fire after his ex Jada dropped cryptic hints about the real reason they broke up, and Slim Thug piled on with jaw-dropping accusations that connect Lil Baby to billionaire Mike Rubin. What started as online chatter about fashion choices and hoochie daddy shorts has spiraled into full-blown gay-for-pay rumors, sugar baby allegations, and even questions about whether Rubin has been quietly pulling the strings behind Lil Baby's career. And with every cryptic post, deleted story, and resurfaced photo, fans are piecing together a scandal that could be career-ending. When Jada finally let slip that she left Lil Baby after he showed his true colors, the internet froze. Fans instantly knew she wasn't talking about cheating with another woman, because she's put up with that before. This was something deeper, something she couldn't overlook, and the way she phrased it had everybody connecting dots to the one rumor Lil Baby has been running from for years, that his relationships behind the scenes might not be what they seem. Jada didn't have to spell it out. Her silence between the lines said everything. And just when people were starting to speculate, Slim Thug came crashing in like gasoline on an open flame. Out of nowhere, he went viral after clowning Lil Baby's latest outfit on stage, those thigh-bearing shorts with the pink belt. But Slim didn't stop at fashion. He doubled down with a rant about real men and flat out accused Lil Baby of being more sugar baby than street rapper. It wasn't just shade. It was a bombshell because for the first time someone in the industry said out loud what fans have been whispering for years. That single moment shifted the whole conversation. Suddenly, what was once dismissed as baseless gossip about Lil Baby's closeness to billionaire Mike Rubin transformed into full-blown suspicion. It wasn't just about whether he wore short shorts on stage or whether he had new tattoos. Slim was framing it as proof that Lil Baby's entire tough guy image might be built on a lie. And the scariest part? The timing lined up too perfectly with Jada's cryptic comments. Her words cracked the door open, and Slim Thug kicked it wide, forcing the world to question. Has Lil Baby been hiding his true identity all along? And has his career been quietly propped up by someone far more powerful pulling the strings? Slim Thug didn't just throw shade, he went straight for the jugular. The clip that set the internet on fire showed him shaking his head in pure disgust as he pointed at Lil Baby's stage fit. a tiny tank top, short shorts riding high on his thighs, and that infamous pink belt that had fans clowning him across the timeline. Slim made it clear this wasn't just about clothes, this was about culture. He said the new generation of rappers had gone soft, trading white tees and baggy jeans for hoochie daddy shorts and crop tops. And in his words, it was nothing short of embarrassing. But the real sting came in the way Slim framed it. This wasn't just fashion criticism. It was a challenge to Lil Baby's manhood. He ranted about how real men work on cars, change oil, and keep it solid, not prance around dressed like, in his words, girls. And the way he said it wasn't accidental, it was calculated. Slim wanted people to start questioning whether Lil Baby's whole street persona was a front. And once that seed was planted, fans ran with it. Then came the part that turned a simple rant into a scandal. Slim slipped in one of the most explosive lines of the night, saying Lil Baby wasn't the man fans thought he was, and hinting at a secret that tied him directly to billionaire music mogul Mike Rubin. He didn't name drop in detail, but he didn't have to. The internet already had the receipts. The infamous photos of Lil Baby and Mike Rubin looking a little too cozy at those all-white parties resurfaced instantly. And once Slim made the connection, people weren't just laughing at an outfit anymore. They were questioning whether Lil Baby had been playing sugar baby to a powerful man all along. The way Slim delivered, it was almost too slick, like he knew exactly what he was doing. Fans pointed out the smirk on his face, that little flash of satisfaction, like he'd been waiting for the right moment to air out. To some, it looked like Slim was fed up with what he saw as a softening of hip-hop. To others, it felt more personal, like he had inside knowledge he was finally ready to weaponize. And once he tied Lil Baby's fashion to Mike Rubin's name, the whispers about a possible gay-for-pay arrangement stopped being background noise and became the loudest conversation online. The second Slim Thug dropped his accusations, fans knew exactly where to go digging, and they didn't have to look far. Within hours, that one infamous photo of Lil Baby and billionaire Mike Rubin resurfaced across every gossip page. You know the one. The so-called play wrestling moment where Rubin has his arms wrapped around Lil Baby, and the two are practically chest to chest. At the time, most people laughed it off as just another party flick. But once Slim threw his accusations into the air, that single photo transformed from harmless snapshot to Exhibit A. And then 50 Cent came stomping into the chat like only he can. He reposted the picture with one simple caption. What the F*** is going on here? That move alone lit a fire under the whole situation. Because if there's one thing about 50, it's that he's the ultimate hip-hop troll, but he's also a veteran with an eye for industry tea. So when he co-signed to Whispers with his trademark sarcasm, it gave fans the green light to go full detective mode. From there, the internet went into overdrive. Fans started scouring Lil Baby's entire digital footprint. Old interviews, cryptic IG stories, and even stage performances for anything that might look like a hidden clue. One of the first things they locked onto was his sudden shift with tattoos. For years, Lil Baby proudly bragged about being one of the only rappers with no ink, saying it was a business decision to keep his image clean. But then, out of nowhere, he popped out with bold new tattoos splashed across his thighs, 90s Baby on one leg and more ink creeping down the other. To fans, this wasn't just body art, it was branding, and they were quick to connect it back to Rubin, framing it as a literal mark of ownership. But the digging didn't stop there. Screenshots of Lil Baby's now-deleted IG stories began circulating, cryptic posts about dudes talking until it gets real, which fans immediately tied to Slim Thug. Deleted or not, the damage was done, and the timing was too perfect to ignore. Then came the old clips, the resurfaced interviews where Lil Baby explained his bond with Mike Rubin, downplaying that viral photo, but never actually releasing the supposed security footage that could have cleared his name. Every little inconsistency, every change in his story became fuel for the fire. Before long, the narrative was no longer just about Slim Thug's rant. Fans had built a whole case file, connecting dots between Lil Baby's fashion choices, Rubin's influence, cryptic posts, and even old industry rumors about powerful men sponsoring younger rappers. What started as Slim's offhand jab turned into a digital trial, and the court of public opinion was eating it up. At this point, you can't talk about the rumors without talking about the man at the center of it all, Michael Rubin. And let's be clear, this isn't just some random executive in the background of hip-hop. Rubin is a billionaire, the founder of Fanatics, and one of the most powerful power brokers in sports and entertainment. He's the guy who can call up Jay-Z and Meek Mill in the same breath, get Robert Kraft and Kim Kardashian in the same room, and throw the kind of all-white parties where billionaires and rappers rub shoulders like it's nothing. When Rubin moves, entire industries shift. And yet, despite his Rolodex of A-listers, nobody seems to be closer to him than Lil Baby. The evidence is everywhere. Courtside at NBA games, it's Rubin and Lil Baby shoulder to shoulder like father and son, or maybe something else entirely. Private jets? Rubin's jet is basically a revolving door for Baby and his entourage. And those infamous white parties? Baby isn't just an invitee. He's front and center, practically Rubin's right-hand man. Now, here's where the speculation gets messy. Fans aren't just asking why Rubin likes Baby so much. They're asking what he gets in return. Because let's be honest, billionaires don't hand out private jets, front row tickets, and luxury trips for free. In hip-hop circles, people have started whispering, is Lil Baby Rubin's protege, his project, or his investment? Or like Slim Thug implied, is there a sugar daddy dynamic hiding in plain sight? That's what makes this whole thing so dangerous for Baby's image. Rubin isn't just rich, he's untouchable. His ties stretch from Wall Street to the NBA to the Oval Office. So if Rubin has taken Lil Baby under his wing, is it out of genuine friendship, or is it a carefully curated arrangement designed to protect his golden boy? Some fans believe Rubin's power is exactly why the rumors have never stuck before. That anytime something suspicious surfaces, Rubin's influence cleans it up before it gains traction. And that's why Slim Thug's call-out hit so hard. It cracked the veneer, making people look at Rubin and Baby's bond with fresh eyes. Because once you strip away the luxury, the courtside photos, and the party optics, the question remains, is Lil Baby being protected like a brother or being kept like a possession? Once Slim Thug cracked open the door, Lil Baby did what every cornered celebrity does. He tried to wrestle back control of the narrative. But instead of silencing the whispers, every move he made only seemed to make things worse. Let's start with that podcast explanation. Baby sat down trying to clear the air about that infamous photo with Mike Rubin, the one where Rubin's arms were wrapped tight around him like a prom date. Baby brushed it off, calling it play wrestling, like two homies joking around at a party. But the more he explained, the less convincing it sounded. Fans were quick to point out that if it was really that innocent, why did he need to double back months later to explain it? Why not just release the security footage he swore would prove what happened? That footage, to this day, has never seen the light of day. Then came the cryptic IG stories, the ones that vanished almost as soon as they were posted. One story read, "Dudes talk until it gets real. Stop playing with me." Another, "If you know, you know." They weren't up long, but of course the screenshots lived forever. Instead of shutting down the rumors, the deleted posts made Baby look defensive, almost like Slim Thug's words hit closer to home than he wanted to admit. And that's when Jada stepped in with a dagger. His baby mama, the one person who knows him better than the streets or the blogs, posted her own cryptic message about how Baby was finally showing his true colors. She didn't name names, didn't spill the tea directly, but she didn't have to. Fans instantly tied her words back to Slim Thug's accusations and Rubin's shadow looming over the whole situation. To them, Jada wasn't being vague, she was confirming. But the most damaging piece didn't even come from Jada. It came from an IG model who went on a podcast and told a story that sent shockwaves through the rumor mill. She claimed she'd had a private encounter with Baby and hinted at curious behavior behind closed doors. She never got explicit, but the tone of her voice, the knowing smile, the little pauses, it was enough for fans to connect the dots. Suddenly, the gossip wasn't just coming from Slim or the internet. It was coming from people who had allegedly seen Baby up close and personal. All of this together painted a picture Lil Baby couldn't meme away, couldn't ignore, and couldn't finesse. Every attempt to explain or clap back only raised more questions. And by the time Jada and the IG model had added their voices, the damage was done. The carefully built image of the hard street rapper from Atlanta was starting to crumble piece by piece. If the IG stories and Jada's cryptic shade weren't enough, fans started noticing another strange shift in Lil Baby's image, the sudden tattoos. And for longtime fans, this was a red flag. Because for years, Baby was proud of being one of the only rappers in the game with no ink. He'd brag in interviews that he wanted to stand apart, keep a clean look, and not mark his body like everyone else. He said it made him unique. But then, almost overnight, Baby popped out covered in fresh tattoos. Sleeves, chest, new designs everywhere. Fans weren't just shocked, they were suspicious. Why the sudden change? Some started theorizing that it wasn't about style at all, but about covering up. Covering up what exactly? Well, that's where the speculation gets dark. Some fans believe the new ink might be hiding scars, old markings, or even situations he didn't want people asking about. Others say it looked like a rushed attempt to reinvent his image, like he was being told to blend in more with the stereotypical rapper aesthetic. And this is where the Mike Rubin angle slid right back in. Because while Baby was switching up his look, Rubin was allegedly stepping in behind the scenes to clean up another mess, Baby's gambling habit. It's no secret Lil Baby loves to gamble. But word on the street is that he went on a reckless spree and blew through nearly $9 million of the tables. For most rappers, that kind of loss would end careers, bankrupt families, and leave them begging for advances. But not Baby. Almost as soon as the rumors of the gambling binge hit, Rubin's name popped up again, right there at his side. And this raised an uncomfortable question. Was Rubin playing the role of mentor or handler? Because the way it looked to fans, Rubin wasn't just helping a young rapper with connections. He was keeping his investment on a leash. Every time Baby spiraled, Rubin was there with the jet, the courtside seats, the party invites, and, allegedly, the financial safety net. Almost like he was making sure Baby never fell too far, but also never escaped too far out of his reach. The contradiction was too loud to ignore. A rapper who swore he'd never touch tattoos suddenly inked head to toe. A gambler who nearly lost it all somehow, landing softer than ever. To fans, it didn't look like independence. It looked like control. Like Rubin was molding Lil Baby into the image he wanted, while quietly keeping his claws sunk deep into the career he helped build. And if that's true, then Baby's entire identity, the clean image, the street cred, even his so-called independence, might not be his own at all. It might just be the mask of a man who traded control of his life for the illusion of success. And this is where the story takes a turn. Because while Lil Baby tried to clap back with podcasts, cryptic IG posts, and half-hearted explanations, Slim Thug wasn't backing down. If anything, he doubled down. In interviews and live streams, Slim kept circling back to Baby's fashion choices, the Rubin connection, and that vibe that something just didn't add up. And every time Slim spoke, the blogs lit up again. His words had weight, not just because he's an OG, but because he wasn't laughing or trolling. He sounded like a man trying to tell the streets, wake up, stop pretending you don't see it. Meanwhile, Lil Baby went quiet, dead quiet. No interviews, no explanations, barely a presence online outside of his music promos. And that silence spoke volumes. To fans, it didn't feel like confidence, it felt like avoidance. Like Baby had been advised to shut up before he made things worse. But here's the real kicker. Was he protecting his brand, or was he protecting Rubin? Because the way people saw it, the moment he fully addressed Slim's accusations, he'd either have to throw his billionaire bestie under the bus, or admit there was more truth in the rumors than he wanted to let on. Either choice would be career suicide. And that's why this whole situation feels like a ticking time bomb. Slim Thug has already proven he's not afraid to stir the pot. He's already hinted at deeper secrets that he hasn't laid all the way out yet. So imagine if he drops one more receipt, one more photo, one more DM, one more moment of proof. That alone could flip this from messy gossip to a full-blown career crisis. Because right now, Lil Baby's balancing act is fragile. His music is still charting, the industry is still pushing him, and Rubin is still pulling strings. But the streets? The blogs? The fans who built him up? They're already questioning whether the persona they fell in love with was ever real. And all it takes is one more bomb from Slim to shatter it completely. So the big question isn't just what's next for Lil Baby. It's whether he'll even get the chance to control his own narrative. Or will Slim, Rubin, and the receipts decide his legacy for him? And now I've got to throw this one back to you, because at this point the streets, the blogs, and even the insiders can't agree. Do you think Lil Baby is just the victim of exaggerated rumors, a young rapper caught in the crossfire of clout-chasing accusations? Or is Slim Thug actually pulling the curtain back, exposing an uncomfortable truth the industry has been hiding all along? Because here's the thing, if Slim is right, even halfway right, it changes everything we thought we knew about Lil Baby, about his come up, about his connections, and about the real reason Mike Rubin is always standing right next to him. But if Slim is wrong, then Baby's silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. It means he's letting the gossip burn itself out, while he stacks plaques and proves the music is bigger than the rumors. So I want to hear from you. Whose side are you on? Is this just Slim stirring the pot? Or is Baby really living a double life that's finally catching up to him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because trust me, the receipts are still flying, and this story is far from over.